Here we go. If you want it, you can have it. All you gotta do is just reach out and grab it. If you want it, you can have it. All you gotta do is just reach right out and grab it. Here we go. Step into your power. Step into your power, child. Wow, sounds amazing. Step into your power. Step into your power, child. Okay, here we go. All you need, you already own, was given to you the day that you were born. Anything that your heart can dream, you can make it reality. Oh, step into your power. Woo. Step into your power, child. Step into your power. Step into your power, child.
All right, everyone, say hello to your neighbor.
Don't be afraid to fall. It's the getting back up, it's gonna make you strong. God only made one of you. Just come on, baby, just do what you're supposed to do. Here we go. Step into your power. Step into your power, child. Step into your power. Step into your power, child. Step into your power. Step into your power, child. Step into your power. Step into your power, child.
Another Wednesday, another elevated VTC. Pablo Cardenas on the piano, Peter Dowse on electric bass, Kelby MacNayr vocals and drums, and the VTC Community Choir in the seats. Oh, what a lovely way to start off tonight. Thank you, gentlemen. What a treat, like every time, every Wednesday. All right, so welcome to Elevate here at VTC, the Victoria Truth Center. Whether you are here with us in person or you're tuning in online, thank you for being here. It is such a delight to be in community with you. And so before I go on, I want to ask, who is here for the first time today, whether it is on a Wednesday or here in the building? Raise your hand. All right. Yeah, no, you're first time on Wednesday. Yes, welcome. Okay, so we have Wendy, we have Lynn, and we have Junie. Hi, welcome. We actually met in front of someone's house, Megan's house. We were leaving, you were going, there was an open house or something like that? Yeah. Well, welcome. Welcome to VTC, everyone. Let's let these ladies know how delighted we are that they're here. We love you. We appreciate you. We're so glad you're here. Let's give them another hand. Right on. Come on in. All right, so we are here basically to do one thing and one thing only, and that is to remember that there is only one thing going on. It doesn't really matter what you call it, but at VTC we like to talk about it as love, but some people call it universe, some call it source, spirit, energy, creativity, the quantum field. Some people call it God. Whatever it is that works for you, the thing that we are here celebrating is that one incredible, amazing, divine, dynamic, energetic flow that is the very interconnectivity and beingness of everyone and everything. So it's Junie, it is Wendy, it is Ivy, it is all of us together, it is everyone online, it is everyone and everything that is, was, and ever will be. It's that amazing tune that we just heard the guys play. All of it is this incredible, amazing energy that is always, always expressing in, through, and as everyone and everything. And because there's only that one thing going on, it stands to reason that each and every one of us is that, and not just a little and not just sometimes, but all of it. But guess what? That allness of being, that dynamic, energetic flow, it moves and grooves its way in, through, and as each and every one of us in these incredible, amazing, unique, original, unrepeatable ways. So we get to decide how we want to express as that allness, how we want to show up as that incredible, amazing, creative, energetic flow. So that's what we're celebrating here. So what does that sound like on a Wednesday evening? Yeah, okay, fantastic. So moving right along, let us remember where we are celebrating this incredible dynamic energetic flow that we all are, that we are on the unceded lands of the Lekwungen peoples, the Songhees, and the Esquimalt nations. And so if we take a look at something that is on the Songhees Nation's website, there is this quote about strength, integrity, and vision, and about how they are the keepers of the spirit of their ancestors and of the generations to come. And so when I saw this, I thought, oh, this is so good, because this really speaks to what it is that we're doing every moment of every day, that we are aware that we're remembering who we are, that we are more than the experience that we're having, than the thoughts that we think, than the beliefs that we hold dear, than the stories that we might tell again and again and again, that there's so much more to us than that, and that we are the keepers of that energy, of that dynamism. We are the directors of that energetic flow. And so when we take a look at the values that are important to the Songhees Nation, strength, integrity, and vision, what would the world look like? What could it feel like if we all embraced and embodied these three values just a little bit more every single moment of every single day for ourselves, our community, and our world? So grateful to be able to even think about that on these beautiful traditional stewarded lands. Haishka. All right, gentlemen, time for a reflective tune, something beautiful and profound. Some arrangement from Pablo, no doubt.
We try to never give that part away.
And because there are a few new people here, we're moving into an opening blessing or prayer right after. So let's keep the spell going of the music, the energy, and after the prayer, if you want to show your appreciation to the band, we'll do it then, okay? So just taking a moment to just be in the interspaces, to feel the lingering rhythms, melodies, and vibrations. To know that all of that playfulness, all of those harmonies, all of that beauty and artistry, we recognize it. We enjoy it because it already exists within ourselves. And so as we recognize the beauty and the harmony and the joy and the peace and the playfulness and the wonder all around us, let us be reminded that we wouldn't recognize it if it wasn't already an inherent part of our nature. And so grateful for the opportunity to come together in joy, in harmony, in peace, in love, knowing that as we focus our attention, as we make this focusing our intention, that love, that joy, that harmony, that peace is amplified, spreading its tendrils, its wings, itself, all over the world, enveloping everyone and everything in its warm, vibrant embrace, and then being reflected right back to each and every one of us, further activating the love, joy, beauty, harmony, wonder, playfulness, and peace that we all are. So in gratitude for this experience, in appreciation for every single opportunity there is to heal, to grow, to connect, to expand, I am so grateful to be here now, to be who I am, to know who I am, and to know that that same divine, dynamic, energetic flow that is the pure essence of my being is the very essence, the very foundation, the very inception of everyone and everything present, everyone and everything that is, was, and ever will be. So grateful to be able to express, to enjoy, to be. And so it is. And now if you would like to express your appreciation to the band, please feel free. I just love looking over and seeing Peter's smiling face. All right, so just taking a little moment to transition right now into our theme for the month, which is power. And the affirmation to go with, which is the point of power of my life, is right here, right now. So last week, Glenn came up and gave a few of his insights and a little bit of his wisdom, shared what it was that was coming up for him. But now we've all had a week at least to lean into this theme of ours and to really sort of allow this affirmation to open us up to what power means for us in our day-to-day, in our moment, right here, right now. So this is an opportunity for a couple of shares on what is happening in terms of power. So I'm going to grab the mic. I know someone has something they really want to share. And so I'm going to flip it on, knowing that someone is going to raise their hand. Was it Huey? Oh, you were on Sunday. Sorry, it was you on Wednesday. Sorry, right. Okay. So many in-house events. I'm sorry, Keely. Keely shared her insights and wisdom last Wednesday. Glenn was on Sunday. Okay. Anyway, thank you. Is there someone who would like to be the first person to share something on power? I saw your smiling face and I'm like, are you about to burst?
I was about to burst. I got a whole week to reflect on this. I missed last week. Mm-hmm. I missed all of you. And what I have gotten out of this last week is when I'm in the flow and I'm not resisting, mm-hmm. I'm in my power. Mm-hmm. That's my experience, the point of power in my life. And I was reflecting in the meditation. The question you had offered was, what are we willing to let go? And actually what I was meditating on is, what am I not willing to let go?
Ooh, okay.
and that I can be in a discovery of that,
Mm-hmm.
then I have power.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what came.
Amazing. Thank you. The presence of power and the power of presence. All right. Thank you, Stephanie. Anyone else have something that they would like to share about power? Kelby's going to share something on power. You can.
I can recognize that usually when I've thought about power, it's been like, ugh, power. Power over someone. I'm just moving so that I don't get the feedback. But what I realized this week, a little bit like what Stephanie was saying, when you're in your flow, it's not a power dynamic of power over anything. It's recognizing that it's an inherent kind of flow state where your power is choosing to remain in that state and not get distracted, pulled away by other things or fears. And I had lots of opportunity this past week to experience myself bumping up into limitations that I would put and recognize like, oh, okay, that's a fear and I'm choosing to stop here. But if I try to relax, I can have the power to make a choice to step through that fear, which I really enjoyed a lot.
All right. Thank you, Kelby. All right. Keely, is there something you want to share? Because you said I can, but it's up to you.
It's not anything like super important big. I was thinking about how I feel like that saying, the point of my power of my life is right here, right now. I feel like that relates to so many things because it can mirror into so many situations. But I feel like for me, it's often just about being present with myself, however I am feeling or wherever I am with whatever it is, and not trying to like force it to be a different way. And that kind of just lets it break through the soil and become like a little flower, like, ooh, I'm seeing the sunshine. So, yeah, I just feel like it's enjoying light.
Nice. Thank you. I'm hearing ease and grace, not forcing anything. I mean, like all three of you, like very, very similar. If you just sort of pull back and look at the common thread there, allowing ourselves to be who we truly are rather than put blocks in the way or, try and make things unfold differently, just allowing ourselves to be who we are. All right, thank you very much. So we have really half a month left with power, so I invite you to lean in, whether it's just the theme of power, the affirmation, and just see what power is feeling like for you over the coming days. All right? So now we're going to move along to the main tune with the Elevate Trio. Gentlemen.
Power trio.
Power Trio.
Do it the hard way. He's got it there. Oh, no, Pablo, he's got it. He's got it. There's a book for you up there.
All right, so this tune was one that came to me in thinking about power and the idea that sometimes, this was I wasn't quite to the idea of recognizing that, maybe true power is more letting go, but it was kind of in the more like yang kind of expression of energy of knowing that you can step into things that may seem difficult or that you're avoiding, and that by choosing that is also a form of power, as opposed to, say, taking the easy way that you don't really care about or that you don't really want, but being willing to step into the thing that you really do want, even if it seems challenging. Or maybe, in other words, doing it the hard way. Hence this song, Do It the Hard Way.
Do the last half of the tune? Last half? Yeah, or the last 8 bars, whatever. Let's walk it. One. Last 8 bars. A 1, a 2, a 1. the hard way, and it's easy saying. Do it the hard way, and it's hard to lose. Only the soft way has a chance of failing. You have to choose. I took the hard way when I tried to get you. You took the soft way when you said we'll see. Darling, now I'll let you do it the hard way now that you want me. That's how it goes. Anytime you think you got a sure thing, then well, anyone knows it isn't going to be. I imagine you and me a rosy-colored castle, not a sea, but now it truly seems to me, babe, that it's just not going to be. Every day I see your face in dreams, my heart it cannot erase the love and times that we have shared together. Now every time I see you walking down the street, I find it brings a tear to my eye that our love, that our life can be intertwined. For you, I climb alone, lost our time.
Trio, Pablo Cardenas on piano, Peter Dowse electric bass, Kelby MacNayr vocals and drums. Thank you, gentlemen. Come on and join us in the audience. Take a break. What did I do with it? Here it is. All right. So I had an idea for what I wanted to talk about tonight, and then it went in a different direction because this super cool blog came into my inbox a few hours before coming here. And so it's from Frankie. Does anyone know who Frankie Simmons or Frankie Doodle Dandy is? No? Okay, so she's someone that a client of mine introduced me to last year sometime through an Instagram post that she had on there about emotions and feelings and what they are. And I was so blown away by the insight and the wisdom of this young 20-something person that I thought, okay, I want to find out more about her. And so I get her newsletters. And so today there was a newsletter called "You're Not Crumbling, You're Remembering." And it was in response to the outcome of the US election, and that it was just Veterans Day or Remembrance Day here. And so what she was talking about was how she was pulling tarot cards. I don't know anything about tarot, okay? But she was pulling tarot cards, and she showed pictures of what she got, and then she was giving her interpretations, and they all meant something according to the order that she pulled them in. And it was so amazing to just read what she was offering, because one of the first things that jumped out at me was the quote that we used in meditation today, which was, it's a different one. We have to be ready to set down our preconceived notions of who we are and who others are in relationship to us, and find new ways of being that match the urgency of this current moment. So all about what is it that's not working, what is it that's, in the way, and what are we ready to sort of let go of so that we can be present with what requires our attention right here, right now. And what I really appreciated about her blog was that she was really coming at every single card and every single bit of wisdom as rather than from. And I talk about this a lot. Are you showing up as, or are you creating from what is going on around you? So the wisdom was intuitive wisdom. The wisdom was divine wisdom. The wisdom was mystical wisdom, which means that it would be the same for everyone rather than based on what is it that's whirling and swirling around in the collective consciousness, what is happening all around me, and how am I going to let that affect me? So when I saw the title, I thought, that's a really good one. You're not crumbling, you're remembering. And I really appreciated the remembering part, because as we fall apart sometimes, as we think that life is going to hell in a handbasket, and oh my gosh, we're so discombobulated, and how can we move forward? Sometimes it is super amazing to just pause and notice that if we look at that crumbling or being torn apart or falling apart as a way of getting rid of everything that doesn't work in that moment, letting go of the old thoughts and stories and beliefs and behaviors and choices that don't serve us right here. They may have helped to get us to this moment, but right now, we're a new person. We're a new being compared to what it was that we were 1 second ago, 5 minutes ago, a day ago, a year, etc., and so on. And so I thought, it's okay if you're crumbling. It's okay if you're falling apart, because that's part of the process of growth. We can't possibly grow without somehow kicking, screaming, pulling, pushing, cracking, whatever our way out of the comfort zone that we're in right now, right? And so if there are cracks, if there are fissures, if there is this kind of discontent and I don't know what's happening, it could mean that this is a period of growth. And I have to say, last week, boy, did it feel like there was growth happening. It felt like it for me. It felt like it in my community. It felt like it for the people that we're in community with down south in California. And it just felt like it for the collective consciousness and awareness of how connected we are and how what we do really affects others, even if we don't notice it immediately. And so to the quote that we had in meditation, we have to be willing to let the transformation we want to see begin with us. So we can't expect someone else or some other force or something to fix things and make them the way that we want, because everything outside of us, our entire life experience, is a reflection of how we're using our mind, is a reflection of how we're opening our heart. And so if we're seeing discord and disconnect and dismay and dis-ease, dis-whatever around us, then that's a pretty good indication that there's something going on in here that requires some attention. And if we take that in, that disconnect, that discord, that disharmony, whatever, if we just receive it as information rather than, oh my God, I don't know what to do with it, it's going to take me down kind of thing. But if we just pull back and become curious about it and just go, okay, what is this trying to tell me? What is mine to do here? What is mine to learn? How is mine to show up differently? This is what I really appreciated that she was mentioning. To look at the ways we are carrying and perpetuating the very things we want to bring an end to, and allow those parts of ourselves to burn, to reset, to renew. And so I thought, well, that's a pretty good title for a talk. Burn, reset, and renew. And so because I had a few interesting things happen at the gym on Friday and Monday, when I saw the word burn, I immediately went to burn, feel the burn in the muscles, right? When you're really, really physically stretching yourself. But it's the same kind of thing when we're stretching ourselves mentally. We can feel the burn. It can feel like fatigue. It can feel like discomfort. It can feel like, oh, I don't want to do this. But ultimately, it's all growth. And so now I get to tell you about some of my gains. So I've talked about my journey, my weight training journey over the last, I think it's been 8 months so far. And so one of my big gains was a couple of months ago, I started squatting with a 45-pound weight. Okay? Now, backtrack a few months before that, and I still remember the day that my trainer said, pick up a 20-pound weight and squat with it. And I'm like, are you crazy? Are you trying to kill me? I've never squatted with a weight before, and you want me to go from like 0 to 20? And he's like, you can do it. And I'm like, no, I can't. He's like, yes, you can. And as this conversation was happening, and I know I talked about this to those of you who have been here before, it was like a correlation with, conversations with God. I can't do it. Yes, you can. And so my trainer was the God that knew that the God in me can do it, right? Reminding me, like, you have it in you. No, I don't. And I can hear myself arguing for my limitations. And I'm like, what am I doing? So I picked up that 20-pound weight. I did it. It was really hard. Like, the next few days, I was just like quad wobble-orama, right? Anyway, so built up to 30, 35, 45, and then last Friday, I did one set of 45, and I said, you know what, Gareth? I'm wondering what it'd be like to do 50. And he's like, you ready for 50? Get a 50-pound weight. And I'm like, I don't think I can pick up the 50-pound weight, but if you hand it to me, because squatting is one thing, but those weights are heavy to hold in the hands, right? So he picks it up with one hand, and he gives it to me. And so I'm like breathing and centering and aligning everything, and I go down and I come up and I'm like, whoa. And I did a full set. The challenging part was the holding of the weight, not the squatting, okay? But then what does he do? He goes, now go and pick up a 20-pound weight. And I'm like, what? And he goes, go and pick up a 20-pound weight. I picked up the 20-pound weight. I kid you not, I burst out laughing because it was about as heavy as a remote control. And I couldn't believe how just a few months difference of practice, of commitment, of consistency could make such a big difference and such a big impact. And so on Monday, Glenn actually came to the gym with me to observe. That's never happened in the 30 years we've been together, so very excited. He walked into the gym with me. And I did 4 different exercises, and out of 3 of those 4 exercises, I had gains in every single exercise. So I went to a 35-pound one-arm row, and 35 was that's big, right? 35 one-arm row, 70 lat pull-down, and then because it's winter time, we warm up differently because the bodies are like a little bit, like we're cold and we're tense and whatever. So it's not like we're super limber like we are in the summer. So sometimes I start with lower weights. So this time he says, you're going to do overhead press and grab some tens. And I'm like, what? They're like pom-poms. What do you do? It's like, no, just to warm up. So I go and I pick them up. I'm like, okay. And then I do one. And I'm like, are you sure? Maybe I should just get some 12s. He starts laughing, goes, you know what, just go and pick up the 20s. You're like waving those around like you're a cheerleader or something. wave your hands in the air. So anyway, so I picked up the 20, and that was a challenge because I have done 20s, but I haven't done 20s with him. But it felt so good to just be lifting heavier and be able to do it and know that the reason that I have and the reason that I can is because of the commitment and the consistency of the practice. Because even though it is within the realm of possibility, like infinite possibilities, right? To walk into a gym and like lift something super heavy right away, chances are it's not going to happen. And it's the same thing with our spiritual practice. It's the same thing with our mental and emotional practice. It's the same thing with the thoughts we think, the beliefs that we are entertaining, and the stories that we're telling. We want to make sure that whatever it is that we want to experience in life, that we are committed to practicing it. And so that means we got to be thinking the thoughts we want to think. We got to hold the beliefs that are going to help us to live our most amazing, engaging, fulfilling, connected, joyful, love-filled life. And we have to do it over and over and over again. Sometimes we have to do it consciously because in the subconscious, there are different beliefs that are in play. And so we have to use our mind consciously to remind ourselves, like literally put ourselves back together as the wholeness that we truly are. So it's important for us to acknowledge and to celebrate how far we've come as we are going through this incredible commitment. Commitment and consistency, which is very interesting because a lot of times people will talk about, I want confidence. I want more confidence to be able to do this. I want to find some confidence. And one of my fellow classmates and an amazing coach, Rick Tamlin, talks about how it's not confidence that you're looking for. It's not confidence that's important. It's commitment. And with commitment and consistency of practice comes the confidence. Okay? So anyway, so important to celebrate and acknowledge how far it is that we've come. And then the other thing is, you never know how what you're doing, how you're showing up, what it is that you're saying or offering is going to affect someone else, how our energy is going to ripple out into the world. So one of the other trainers at the gym is a fitness model, and she is just like, she's gorgeous and she's ripped and she's just like amazing, amazing figure. And so last Friday when I was doing my rolling out and stretching at the gym, afterwards, I was sitting in the splits and I lay down on the floor, and it's taken me months I'm flexible, but it's taken me months to get to that, to be able to just lie there. And she walked in and was blown away and said, wow, that is one of the most amazing, she called that pose something, I don't know what it was, but she said it's one of the most amazing ones I've ever seen in my life. How long did it take you to get to that? I'm so stiff and so tense, I can't do anything like that, and I would love to be able to do that. So we had a conversation, and I told her, talk to Gareth, like he's taught me a lot about rolling out and whatever, and she's like, okay, I will. And then on Monday, Gareth mentioned to me how inspired this fitness model, who is so fit and makes part of a living at being fit, was inspired by me with my practice, laying down on the ground with legs, akimbo, I guess, and my body flat on the ground, just like relaxing into the splits. And it was just like, it made me feel so happy. It made me feel so happy because it was like, holy cow, like how long has it taken her to get to the stage that she's at? But even with that, and when I look at her, I make assumptions about what it's like for her. But then there's something that she saw in me that was like, oh, I wish that I could do that. How do I get to be like that woman? Yes! So that was just a lovely, lovely experience. But anyway, so back to Frankie Simmons and this blog that she wrote about how we really need to look at ourselves and what is ours to do. And sometimes it can be challenging, or it can feel challenging, especially when it feels like we are easily sucked into race consciousness that is just so heavy and dark and seemingly negative. Well, she talks about how important creativity is and how important artistry is. She says, lean into family, lean into sources of inspiration, lean into the things that connect you to your creativity. Don't let anyone tell you that creating, taking in, and talking about art isn't important. And we have a lot of artists in this room, a ton. Almost everyone, I don't know everyone super well, but almost everyone that I can look at here is an artist of some kind. This is the way we remain connected to our hearts. This is the way we stay connected to the generations of ancestors who also fought for a better world and left us their stories and wisdom in poetry, paintings, songs, and stories. Kind of goes back to the land acknowledgement too, right? About we are the keepers of the spirit and of our ancestors and of the generations to come. It's so important for us to be in tune. It's so important for us to be aligned and leaning into creativity, leaning into what it is that nourishes our soul, artistry, family, nature, music, all of it, whatever it is. We need to do more of it, because the more that we do for ourselves, the better we do for each other, and the more we can do for our world, right? So back to her quote, we have to be willing to let the transformation we want to see begin with us, to look at the ways we are carrying and perpetuating the very things we want to bring an end to, and allow those parts of ourselves to burn, to reset, to renew. If you look at that photo, do you think that the first day that that woman walked into the gym that she had those 3 weights on her back? No. It took a while to get to that. And those 3 weights are just like the weights that we carry, metaphorical weights, right? The things that we don't see, the ideas, the stories, the thoughts, the assumptions, the expectations, whether they come from us or they come from people around us. But the more we practice our spiritual practice, the more we meditate, the more we read, the more we listen, the more we come together in community, the more we create art together, then the more empowered we are to navigate all of those things that could seemingly weigh us down. You know, 3 months ago, a 20-pound weight with a squat almost killed me. Now it feels like it's like a feather. And we can do that with anything in our lives, but we must commit and we must be consistent in our practice. And as we do, we find the confidence to navigate whatever it is in life that is challenging with more grace, more compassion, and loving kindness, joy, curiosity, wonder, the list goes on. And not just for ourselves, but for each other and the world. So my question to you is, what are you willing to consistently burn or let go so that you can reset and rise anew? The choice, as always, is up to you. Thank you, and so it is. All right, time for some conscious conversation. We'll do about 10 minutes. I'm just going to invite us all to consider how we're feeling right now. Are you feeling better? Are you feeling more connected, more aligned, inspired, empowered, enlightened? If so, then now is an opportunity to share with some of that joy, some of that empowerment, some of that upliftment that you're experiencing. We always have an opportunity here to give of ourselves. And so if you would like to offer something to the center, any donation that we receive goes to the programming that we offer. It goes to the charitable giving that we give to the various organizations in the city. And there are many ways to do it. They're listed here. However it is that you would like to offer some of your generosity, I invite you to place your hands on your heart as together we declare this abundance affirmation. Enthusiastically, please. In gratitude I give, in gratitude I receive. By embracing generosity with enthusiasm and delight, I celebrate the infinite possibilities of living life lovingly, and so it is. And so I invite you to close your eyes or lower your gaze, whatever it is that feels comfortable and nourishing in this moment. And let us remain steeped in this gratitude and generosity that is appreciating, that is growing, that is building, that is spreading out into the world to continue doing its good. I am so grateful for every single offering of love, for all of the generosity that is present and the generosity yet to come, knowing that with every single thought, every single word, every single deed, we are all building community together. So for everything that is present, for everything that is on its way, I simply say thank you, knowing that all of these offerings of love go forward to heal, prosper, and bless. Thank you for it all, knowing there is more on its way, and so it is. All right, announcements. If you want to have more information, I invite you to take a look at the posters on the wall, on the door, or in the hallway. But essentially, these are the things that are coming up to the end of the month. We have 90 breathwork on Saturday, Healing Circle on Sunday, Sunday evening, Authentic Relating Games. On Thursday, the 21st, a new thing. There's more information about it in the hallway. But she has 2 more coming up in December. So there's going to be, so this one is sold out, but she's going to do one on December 5th. Her name is Anne-Marie Hogya. December 5th and December, whatever, 2 weeks after, the 19th. Monday the 25th, the final Music and Mantras is happening here in the sanctuary with Coraline Ashante. And Saturday the 30th, there is a breathwork and cacao ceremony happening. More information in the hallway on the board there if you would like to find out more about it. Okay, this is the important one. Next weekend, you guys, next weekend. I don't want to see scrunchy faces that you can't come. I want to see, yes, I'm coming. There are still tickets available for the workshop and for the concert, but they are selling. Amy did another video so that you guys can get to know her a little bit. So I'm just going to play it for you.
Itself how to become a tree. There's a power in a cell, capable of making a you or a me. There's a power in a bird, vibrating at a frequency. A power inside, that power inside. That power is love, 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 love. And you know what? I can't wait to come there and love all over you. In a few weeks, I can't wait. My name is Amy Steinberg, and I hope that you'll get a ticket to one of my concerts that's going to be happening there. And I'm going to give a workshop, going to give the music, going to give the message, going to hang out with all my Canadian friends that I have yet to meet. And I'm going to be that power of love. I can't wait to meet you and see you. Get your tickets today. Hey, it's love. Namaste.
All right. So that is Amy Steinberg. She is going to be here next weekend, Saturday for a concert, 4 to 6 p.m. And then Sunday, music and message. And then a Make Good Creative Art Workshop, which is going to be a combination of things. There's going to be some poetry, there's going to be visual art, and there's going to be singing. So a little bit for everyone. It's going to be super fun. She is such a powerhouse, you guys, like singer, comedian, spiritual rock star. She writes all of her own music, and she's got 12 CDs. Like, she's amazing. All right, that's Amy. If you haven't gotten your tickets yet, there is the poster over there. You can scan the QR code. It takes you to Zeffy.com. You just pick one of the 2 options. It opens up the 3 options for tickets: concert and workshop combo. Choose 1 or 2 or more and bring a friend with you. I'm going to ask everyone to stand up. We're going to sing our closing tune. Go back to the 80s. Huey Lewis and the News.
We don't have any tambourine yet, do we? Oh, there it is. Here we go. Love is a curious thing. Make a one man weep, make another man sing.
me. Stronger and harder than a backwards dream. Make a bad one good, make a wrong one right. Power of love, keep you home at night. Don't take money, oh, don't take fame. Don't need no credit card to ride this train. Strong and it's certain it can be cruel sometimes. Just might save your life. That's the power of love. That's the power of love. Here we go. First time you feel it, it might make you sad. Next time you feel it, it might make you mad. You'll be glad, baby, when you found. That's the power, make the world go round. Don't take money, don't take fame. Don't need no credit card to ride this train. Strong and certain, it can be cruel sometimes. Just might save your life. They say that love is. Okay, we're in a little bit of a Berkey zone here. Okay, we're gonna go back to the interlude. A one. You guys know where we're going? Going to E flat. 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh no, sorry, not E flat. In the key of F, we're going to A flat. 1, 2, 3. They say that all in love is fair. Yeah, but you don't care. But you know what to do when it gets hold of you. And with a little help from above, you'll feel the power of love. You'll feel the power of love. Can you feel it?
All right, everybody, bless your neighbor for the week.
Hey! All right, here we go. We're going to take it to the chorus one last time. Get ready. Here we go. Ha! Don't take money, don't take fame. Don't need no credit card to ride this train. Tougher than diamonds, stronger than steel. You won't feel nothing till you feel the power. That's the power of love. That's the power. That's the power of love. Feel the power. Feel the power of love. 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 Here we go. You feel the power of love. All right.
The power of love, the Elevate Trio. Pablo Cardenas on piano, Peter Dowse on electric bass, and Kelby MacNayr on vocals and drums. BTC Community Choir, taking it back to the 80s. Thank you so much for being here for another Elevate at the Victoria Truth Center, in person and online. We love you. We appreciate you. We're so glad you're here. We'll see you next week for our 1-year anniversary of Elevate. Party! All right. Take it away, gentlemen.